Hello. It's time to play some Disco Elysium. We're gonna get right into it. We got stuff to do.
The worn and beaten.
First,
we can.
What? Oh, god damn it. I was gonna use this to make time advance, Kim. God. Hey Archie, how's it going? Well, so right now I have two things that go off at 2200. One of them is getting my gun back. Yeah, there you go. Getting my gun back. Old Fish Market at 2200. Walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. So that's one of the things. The other thing is building communism. Don't worry. Well, the gun will be helpful for building communism. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Maybe I can just talk to... Can I read? Can I just read? I already read all my books. Can I read them again?
The face of King Comrade, but like the structures, perhaps they've over. So please, if you value,
What do you expect? It was.
you flip back to the front of the magazine.
Okay.
This section.
Does it not always advance
Whoa,
time?
Whoa, whoa. Apparently, you flip back to the front of the magazine.
No,
It takes a moment.
it doesn't work again.
Obviously, as you leaf through, the main feature, though, is a long essay. This so-called artist spotlight is really just, you think you're instead, where to even, so, all of it.
There we go.
basically.
Okay.
And that, at the end
Okay.
of the day, it's the destruction of these.
Yeah, I really am in it for the
One
violence.
cannot avoid the conclusion.
Oh, come on. Well, if I had to.
Okay.
flip
All right.
back
All
to
right.
the
All right. Put the magazine away. Okay. Cool. Job done.
Wow, so someone's been a little.
What? I'm not boring.
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Kim, am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it. No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their
Why is the drama part of me picking a fight?
very standard appeal. Of course you do. Let's get right to
Oh.
it. My lord's copper type
Okay.
is regular.
Yeah. So whatever. I'm not ashamed.
I'll send out a telefax. Done and done. No.
Getting called out by my thoughts. All right, so I'm assuming the boardwalk area that we have to go to is up above here. God, I hope it is. Like, my guess is it would be where we found the body earlier. All right, maybe not this area. There is another area further out, though, that they might be referring to. It said the old fish market. I think I know. Okay, I think that is the other area, actually, come to think of it. Yeah, I think it's this building here. So I should be able to come up here and see people? Ah, shit. Where did the quest say it was? Someone's been running around. You must meet her near the old fish market. Walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. So they said walk past the fishing village until you, maybe that means not necessarily on the boardwalk. I mean, I'll look this up in a second if I don't see her. I guess I'll just loop around this way. Let the auto-pathing carry me. Auto-pathing, take the wheel. All right. So perhaps around here. Well, this is the okay. So this is the fishing village. This is the fishing village. I don't think she has the gun.
The old woman. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are.
Powerful suggestion.
That's old enough. What's troubling your mind? A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song. Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Yes, it does.
All right, good talk, but not my gun. Walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Maybe I'll fast travel back out and in. Because I can fast travel from the fishing village itself. Oh, what was that?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence. Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
I mean, yeah, Zelda would be, if you're trying to throw the pole into chaos, I guess Zelda would be the one to go for. I mean, nothing says chaos quite like Hyrule, I suppose.
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man baked number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost. Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road.
Aww.
A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away. Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle. Hurry. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
All right. Well, maybe in this case, I'll just go warp to try and do communism instead. Who needs a gun? I mean, maybe the other communists brought guns. I'm already bringing quite a lot to the table. Oh, this wasn't a thing where I needed to go alone to get my gun, was it? Wait, let me look at the text again. Alright, never mind. I might get rid of him, though. I don't know if I'll be able to get into the meeting. Get organized. 10. Oh, yeah, Steban's meeting at Cape Side Apartments, which should be... is this one? No, he's not. Okay. Where's the meeting, then? Oh, maybe it's in what's her face's apartment. Could be in Cindy's apartment. No. Low on morale. Put points into volition. I only put points into volition when I want a new Saints Row game. Waka waka.
As you approach the metal grill, you can hear
Aha!
several voices having what appears to be an animated discussion. This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez. Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm, and burnt. The acrid smell of failure. No, that's just slightly burnt coffee. A smell you would recognize anywhere.
Just look at these pigs sniffing about after hours.
Why didn't you say the secret door was right behind you?
Must have slipped my mind. You know how it goes.
Look, Icy, communism doesn't wait for anyone.
The metal grill is cool to the touch. You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious. His posture is rigid. His right hand hovers near the zipper of his jacket.
Oh, I'm fine. I was practically born to infiltrate underground communist cells. Which is just to say, we should be prepared for any eventuality.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from
I do like how I'm always having the
silent.
flashlight out.
Who's there? Is that you, Maurice?
I'm looking for some communists.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
For a moment, silence.
What's the passphrase?
Yeah, it's this one.
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way.
All right. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or we'll all be locked out. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away, in places.
Charmant. After you, detective.
Have fun at your underground meeting, pig. Hope it's a blast.
Oh yeah, communism, here we come.
The two young men are either oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are fixed on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor. Matchboxes, it appears.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
It is.
It's definitely not holding. Those matchboxes are stacked so haphazardly, it's like they want them to collapse.
Careful, careful. Damn, hardly any difference. You two, you are late.
I mean, I guess we are late.
They should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
Just a moment. Could this be the former owner of a certain jacket you acquired recently? Don't let them see you flustered. Silent. Play along.
I had to be sure I wasn't being tailed by our class enemies. Yes. Oh boy.
All have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times. What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Kim, did you do the reading?
No, detective. The only reading I've been doing is right here. I have not had time to seek out pretentious communist book clubs, nor have I done their reading.
It doesn't sound like they've done the reading, Staban.
Well, This is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
Maybe they can explain themselves.
What were you doing in the matchboxes?
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who are just messing around. It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could.
So what are you doing?
In the most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. The most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader, one of the best at the university.
Don't compare it to a book club. Okay. Yo, I love it. I love intellectual engagement. It's my jam.
That's our whole thing. The world is so shallow, all noise and repetition. We're interested in genuinely radical critique.
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
I didn't know they taught that in universities.
As though you can call that problem teaching.
One thing you learn quickly at university is that you're not going to find a real education in any lecture hall or discussion seminar.
We are post-attendance, basically.
Exactly. The only worthwhile part of the so-called École Normale de Revachol is the library. That's where we've made our greatest critical strides. We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
For some reason, the word plasm catches in your ear.
Yeah.
Like a piece of old wax.
I mean, it probably means piece of old wax.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You can feel your attention span rapidly
Oh no.
deteriorating.
All right, well, there goes my attention.
Your attention detaches. The voices of the young men fade away. It's a cool evening.
Yo, listen
you
for the night
notice.
sounds.
Out beyond the dull chatter, you catch the sound of a distant seabird.
Ru Diego,
And, of course, the sound
extremely
of the
focused
large
revolutionary.
stretches of canvas that cover the missing sections of wall. The way they billow in the night breeze reminds you of something. That must be it. You imagine yourself in a small dinghy buoyed along gentle swells. In another life, you might have made a fine seafaring man.
Ru Diego the
Who
sailor.
knows? You may become one yet. Gradually, the pleasant sensation recedes. You turn your attention to the two young men who appear just about finished.
And before that, there was Abelard's Impé Infernal.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignace Nilsson.
Of
and his
Ignace,
followers,
of course. I should have
especially
known.
the inframaterialists.
Yeah, I know Krasmazov, but who is Ignace?
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and the founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
All right, whatever, encyclopedia.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
Those words again. You've got to find out what this inframaterialist stuff is all about. Whatever it is, one thing's perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do. You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them you're one of them. The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Probably don't ask about the murder right away. So you accepting, well, where's the rest of the group?
What do you mean? This is the
Oh. So there's two of you?
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Intellectual attrition is maybe the best way to describe it.
Intellectual
He
attrition.
couldn't keep up with the reading
Oi.
on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can believe it.
Imagine the audacity of wanting to read a novel in a reading room.
Unbelievable.
See? Even the gendarme gets it.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the Ascendant schools are the Godwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Did you say something about turnips?
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
He's studying macro and micro.
I feel. Is this an Animal Crossing joke? I feel like this is getting. Anytime turnips come up now, I have to ask it. Is it an Animal Crossing joke?
Well, a real intellectual, it sounds like.
Right. So a few weeks ago, we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Maurice said, what were his exact words, Ulex's?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Just a minute. Steban, Ulixis, why do those names ring the faintest of bells?
Oh, the names of the okay that I read in that magazine.
You should get to the bottom of this when you have the chance.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
So what does the theory say about turnips?
Simply that under suitably revolutionary conditions, crop yields naturally increase relative to non-revolutionary crops.
Uh-huh.
Which Maurice somehow has the gall to deny.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
Look, under suitably revolutionary conditions. Yeah, it is interesting, like the way in which like reading and just doing things like affects ability. And the thing I appreciate about this game is that it often surfaces those things to you very explicitly.
For us, the question boiled down to, if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory,
So,
why are you in the reading?
so you expelled him over an argument about turnips?
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
Uh-huh.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
Yeah, what about Cindy, though? The Cindy the Skull.
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so...
Oh, I have to write an
not a
essay?
member of the group per se.
That doesn't stop her from using the room for studio space, of course. Go ahead.
Do I know you two?
I don't think so. Unless you've been hanging around the cultural studies faculty at the École Normale de Révachol.
Perhaps he subscribes to La Fumée.
Wait, you guys wrote for this?
You've read our article.
He's like, this guy reads?
That I did not expect.
Aha!
The room has shifted ever so slightly
Ha!
in your favor. They're afraid they've somehow
Aha!
embarrassed themselves in front of you.
Well, don't keep us on tenterhooks. What did you think of the
Oh
essay?
shit.
Time to meet these two on the intellectual battlefield.
Alright.
Why don't you show off those highly developed critical faculties of yours?
Yeah, here we go. It was good. Critical analysis.
Well, of course that's just an initial foray into the subject. We're hoping to return to it for a more substantial treatment next term. In any case, I'm glad our piece found its audience. That's always the hope with these things, you know. We typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics. But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Stepan, you can't be serious.
You can't be
What's
serious.
these gendarmes?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, he'll still need to pass the interview portion.
The interview
of
portion?
entrance process.
Uh-oh.
Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Proud bookshop ruminant. Oh, well, we might not be building communism tonight.
Is it getting warm in here? There seems to be a little pool of sweat forming in the depression of your lower back.
I had my shit together.
You did. You must be extremely
I'm a
nervous for some
superstar.
reason. Oh, totally. A superstar
Not sweating.
out in a cold sweat. Excellent work. Now there's a dark handprint on the back of your shirt. Everyone will be able to see the evidence of your overactive sweat glands. No, you're terrible at them. The thought of everyone looking at you, judging you, makes you want to heave, frankly. Let's be frank. They're probably way smarter than you. You bet they've read more books than you can even name.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting that, like, the amount of recorded things, like, I can only imagine.
You've been quite studious these past few days. You should be
Oh?
able to handle whatever they want to throw your way. The hardest part will just be working up the nerve to ask without soiling yourself.
Everything all right, gendarme?
Mm-hmm.
You look a little green about the gills. Sure, we're here most every night. Maybe we'll catch you again.
Sleep well, gendarme.
All right, let's see if we can. Oh, what? Oh, that's right. I have a breakthrough thought.
Jamais vu. Derealization.
What's this? I've been thinking about it.
Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new,
Oh.
like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Okay. Oh, wait. Do I want to do the... Hmm. Trying to think if I want to. Well, I'll try it. Like, well, okay, here's what we're gonna do. There we go. Quick save. Oh wow. Suddenly orbs. No war, but class war. Coffee. Okay. Quick save. Let's upgrade composure. Where's composure? It is down here. Extremely composed. I have a -1 from items. Good. Okay. All right, sir. I am
The gendarme
absolutely.
returns. What do you need?
Aha!
Be scared of. You've really been cracking.
I mean, that probably would have also been responsible to get rid of the item that's giving me a negative to composure.
Any reading
But we did it. Yeah, no, it's, you are not wrong to suggest, hey, you could actually just unequip it.
You've spent a not inconsiderable amount of time arranging the works in your mental library by theme and period. All the ideas and references you'll need are ready at hand. Now, chin up. You've got
Yeah,
this.
this is just the group I've been looking for.
Oh, you want to start now? Sure, we can manage that.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your favor.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform. Why don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in? and we'll just see where the conversation goes.
It's about finding the right thing for the right moment. Oh, practical. Yeah, I'm practical. I like the real world.
Aha, a real old school pedestrian material.
Yes.
Alright, we'll play along. So what sort of practical works are we talking about?
The cockatoo.
Cockatoos. Fascinating. So tell us what you gathered from your ornithological researches.
This is a good start. They're starting to loosen up. You feel relaxed and in control. This is a subject
When I saw
where
the
you
major
hold
majestic,
all the advantages.
I knew that was the cockatoo for me.
I have to say, I underestimated the opulence of cockatoos. I've only ever seen the grey ones. It makes sense though. Mazovianism stresses the essential continuity between humanity and nature. So anything you find in one should be reflected in the other. What's the exact quote, Uli?
I believe it's man is the mirror of the world.
These kids are eating out of your hand, practically. Another quarter of an hour disappears. The questions come rapid fire, but you have an answer for every one. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. The interview must be reaching an inflection point.
Don't you think, though, that you can only really understand current events if you have a firm background in history and political theory?
Books are fine, but they're no substitute for a real story, like the story of Sonic Fox.
Okay, we'll bite. What sort of stories are we talking about? Oh, we're getting into the psychiatric pathologies of life under capital.
Yes.
Let's see where this goes.
Yes, I'm rather curious myself.
All right, Kim.
Now you're getting somewhere. These boys aren't even bothering to contain their interest. They want to see how you weave the threads of this story together.
I'm just trying to imagine what it would be like to wake up with no concept of what money is.
If you encountered it in a novel, you'd say it sounded like a plot contrivance or like a fantasy.
I mean, look, I wouldn't believe it either.
Either that, or an extremely convincing act.
No, it's just like Mazovrot. The freeman of the future will be he who awakens in perfect ignorance of capital.
Wait, Steban, are you saying the gendarme is some kind of future?
I do wonder. You know, I've been wondering that myself, Frank. If the flashlight does affect the conversations, it really should. The fact that everyone I talk to, I'm just standing like 3 feet from them, just with the flashlight in their face, that really should have an effect. But I've never seen it like printed out somewhere.
Another quarter of an hour disappears.
Uh,
The conversation bounces back and forth. Whatever their pretensions, it's clear these two have been craving something real. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. Time to wrap this tale up.
Even if you could somehow unpeel time, it wouldn't be the you who gets rich from those investments.
But that would imply that whenever you unpeel time, you leave behind some kind of doppelganger in now time.
Good God, have we really been talking about unpeeling time for a quarter hour?
I suppose we'll have to leave it there. But listen, gendarme. We could use someone with your breadth of expertise. With just a little more theoretical background, I think you'll be able to make some real contributions.
Yes, I would say he's got serious potential at least.
And with that, welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez. Here's your first assignment. It's an overview of inframaterialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
Yes.
Come back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m. Do be sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts. Ah, yeah, it's hers. She just sort of moved it all in a few months ago.
She said if she's going to make truly radical art, she needs a suitably radical workspace.
And I don't think she could afford rent at an actual studio.
Do you like the art?
Oh, sure. It's definitely interesting, I would say.
Interesting. Isn't that just binoclard for I don't have a real opinion?
I guess you could call her latest stuff a sort of counter-bourgeoisie calligraphy. She's got a real taste for radical slogans.
It's too bad she hasn't developed the theoretical foundation to do truly radical work.
I think she'll get there, though. She's still looking for a subject equal to her ambition.
So wait, what is this place?
The deer, at a fundamental level, I guess you could call it the shattered bones of a dream crushed by capital.
That's really good, Steban. You should save that for an essay.
Thanks, Uli. When the idea is sound, the words just sort of flow.
Yes. Now keep developing the idea.
I think that's a mixed metaphor, though.
Leave it to the gendarme to enforce bourgeois stylistic
Ugh.
values.
Besides, it's just a first draft. Go ahead.
Yeah, did you guys know anything about the lynching?
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
No, we're an independent organization. We acknowledge and respect the union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
He speaks the truth.
No, unfortunately, the communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old
Oh,
rifles.
like this rifle.
His companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon.
Cindy, a member of every group. I do wonder how this all wraps.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry. Can I hold it?
Yeah, here you go.
It's heavier than I was expecting.
Though what, exactly, you can't say. He turns the rifle over again, admiring the glint of light off the oily barrel. When he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
All right, cool. Glad we did this. I guess I can try and. So I mean, there's two things that could happen right now. One is that I could figure out what's going on with getting my gun back, but I don't know if there's like an end time for that. But let's see. Let's see if we can go ahead and get down. That's no, that's Cindy's apartment. I need to go this way. I wish you could just fast travel from anywhere, but that is not the world we live in. I mean, the fast travel exists, but it's more like a subway station or something. You have to go to one of the nodes, and then you can fast travel to other nodes. So I think now that we're in the waterfront, we can then travel to the church or the shacks. I want to say we want to go west, probably, because I think it's the fish market again. All right, let's see. I want to choose to believe. Travel is very experiential, I feel. All right, so we're going past the fish market. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, if they interjected a plural. Yeah. Oh, there's a light on over there. Maybe that's where I need to be. I remember that light being on before. Maybe the light just goes on everywhere. Okay, the lights are just on everywhere. Never mind. All right, let me just figure this out real quick. What's the name of this quest? This is the... Oh, yeah, confront the pigs and get your gun back. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. Okay. So apparently she's more to the north than the west. And other people have also had trouble getting this person to spawn. I also don't know when, like, because it's supposed to be 2200, so I might have, like, missed it or something, you know? I don't know how long the person stays there. I don't think I can get around this way. So north of the payphone. Like, my assumption is that this person would spawn, like, somewhere up here. If they were going to spawn. So, one person said, save? And then load the save. Load the quick save. Every time I walk over here and you need to go around that way. Some of the paths are very weird. Alright, well. This is not showing. Let me see if I can get a quick screenshot on where this person spawns exactly. No, I do not need your audio, sir. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I guess that's where that person spawns. Yeah, it would be quite apparent. Wow. It would basically be like right around here. I'm gonna go and like enter and exit the church and come back up. And if it's not there, then I'll just continue on with another thing or also go to sleep. All right. Any luck? Or do I need to be more precise in my timing? All right. Well, not there. Maybe we'll get another chance tomorrow. Let's proceed with other stuff. One thing I discovered when I was looking up stuff is that there is, in fact, a weird bottleneck on progressing the main story of this game, which is, it seems like you have to impress Titus, which requires some weird checks, but it did eventually happen. But you need to do that in order to talk to Classier, who I was right that the blonde woman from the beginning of the game is, of course, a central and important character.
The door is closed. There is no answer. It's nighttime, officer.
We should come back in the morning.
All right, fine, fine. Oh, my door's locked. Should I just pay. Actually, I'm kind of curious what Kim does if I go to the fishing shack. If he just bails. We're gonna find out. And it's easy to get to anyway via fast travel.
It's getting late.
Yo, good away,
It's
Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Cool. I guess Kim is very accepting of my new lodgings. Fair.
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Yo, Hans, how's it going? All right, well, let's
The
sleep.
bed is comforting.
We got stuff to do in the morning.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Dark Shore, my ass. Going good. Finished Arkham Knight on New Game Plus. Arkham Knight, is that that's the third one? Because it's, what is it? It's Asylum, City, Night.
How have things been going?
Fourth.
for you out there?
Oh, Origins is third.
Helped anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer.
That's
who
cool.
loves poor
You know,
people
I played Asylum and
forgets about
City years ago, and I kind of bounced off City, so I didn't play any further games in the series, but I do have to say the tank does seem promising.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
City's just broken. Yeah, I mean that's.
all these
Yeah.
processes.
Oh, is that what it is? The tanks are unmanned.
Voices and
Whatever, Batman.
are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them.
This is like people who say that that Kazuma Kiryu has never murdered anyone, and I gotta tell you, Kiryu has absolutely murdered people.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
Added a new takedown type. That does sound like an improvement. I feel like that was one of the things. It felt like besides some of the gliding stuff, that City wasn't much of a difference in terms of the combat. All right, come on, boy. Let's go. We got stuff to do. Get your flashlight out. Get your bag out. Let's go to town. Kim. All right, so let's get to the waterfront. We're going to go talk to Classier.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Oh, there we go. Finally, she's
Tired.
answered.
Controlled.
Some other Batman sons. It would be
This is the
good.
police. Can we come in?
There's more to Batman than just Batman.
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
An extended stay.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle.
Anything of note?
Yeah, no, it's true. Batman probably has a mech too. I don't know, Frock, if you've seen it, that apparently like one of the current runs of X-Men right now has a big X-mech in it. It's a very powerful design. I'm a big fan.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses.
But, yeah, good.
Always
I'm glad to hear
handy
Batman
have
has a
around.
mech.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby.
Called the Fear Multi-Takedown. When you perform one silent, you fill your fear meter, which allows the multi-takedown. Enemies are close enough where you go into slow motion. That sounds pretty good. I always enjoy that kind of... That reminds me a little bit of like the... when you could start doing like double takedowns in modern Deus Ex. It's always very useful.
It's speed, man.
It's speed.
Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn, into your pocket. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now. It's been used quite a lot.
Toothbrush.
But not
Teeth have been
to stop
brushed.
the blood of towels. Or anything else interesting, it seems.
Finally, we're on the roof of the Whirling. Or close to it anyway.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Hey, all right, 50-50.
You catch a single white flower between your
Shenmue.
fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell.
Sure.
The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. The same small, heavy door.
No.
No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it.
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreta. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant. No, still a mini investigation.
All right. Mutants have been big in the circus these days. Good direction. That sounds good. I read a little bit of House of X, Powers of X. Ignis was getting me into it. I should pick it up again. I haven't read any for a few months now.
Welcome to the roof.
Welcome to the roof. All right, wait. I'm gonna look at this real quick here. All right, so yeah, double takedown, and then it goes into, and everyone goes into slow-mo. That's pretty cool, useful. This is not Cindy now. This is a character that we briefly talked to at the very, very, very beginning of the game. Who it turns out she's central to the plot of the game all along.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body. Built, long, and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view.
It's much nicer now.
Yeah.
Where the dead body used to hang. Clearly visible from the roof. But no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly. Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race.
That's a good
instills you
title.
With the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
Yeah, but you know, I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say.
So,
Her shoulders are relaxed.
what was your name?
Her eyes on the cigarette.
Clausier Amondou.
Same name that Titus gave you. Like her accent, it sounds Oranese. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Are you from there?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates.
I'm 28. Something stupid.
Something stupid.
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit.
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Back to me. The record. So official.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Some boss.
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind? It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake? Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe.
All right, so
It's clear the latter would be spicier.
what did happen?
We partied.
Like the kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this?
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex. I guess you can say that, yes, a bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago?
A month ago.
Something like that.
So, yeah, so I guess seeing the thing in the yard wasn't great.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Jackpot.
The call was you.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the lens.
Nicked it.
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into the cold wire.
So that's why the phone is out of order. She tampered with the whirling landline.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch.
Ah!
I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the
I mean,
lines like
you had some idea. That was clever.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay, let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't,
Mm-hmm.
we'd still be hanging there.
So what did they hang him for? Actually, what can you tell me about the victim?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for Wild Pines. And against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
So then why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
Yeah, I didn't think she would be the shooter. If I had to guess, I think she's probably the intended victim or something. You know, like whoever fired a gun maybe wanted to shoot her, or something like that. I don't know. That would be my guess, but I don't even know if that's necessarily. I feel like I'm saying that out of like the desire for a whodunit twist, rather than necessarily it being foreshadowed.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Wait a moment.
Yeah, trying because the specificity of the location of the shot definitely has some meaning.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
You would have caught it.
I would have caught it.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
All right, well, let's, I guess, talk to the Hardy Boys again.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass, in an untarnished golden halo, smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This was replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Mm-hmm. A long-range shot, perhaps. What could that mean? Also, where would that shot come from? I guess somewhere from the top of the commercial area. Kim Kitsuragi is a pretty cool character. Really what Kim Kitsuragi needs is a driving game, I feel like. Super runabout Kim Kitsuragi. He cares too much about his motor carriage.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Hey, dog. She wasn't...
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore.
Whoa,
couldn't be
whoa,
trusted.
Titus.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not
Oh, God.
explicitly specify
Elizabeth,
the
shut
victim
up.
as a whore.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Y'all suck at lying.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you.
This
I fucking told
again,
you.
the flashlight is so good.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy. Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters.
Where did you get
A
this
mess.
tape?
It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that. We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
All right, Angus.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Wait, can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Thank you, Shanky.
Yeah,
play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's
your room. Or maybe it's too broken.
Don't forget your tape, lawman.
Yeah, I'll take the tape.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
All right, well I I have a boombox, so like I can just listen to it. Just let me where is it? Tools. Tape player. Equip this to play tapes. Boop. I got my boombox, I got my flashlight. No, that's the book. There we go.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalsund crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
End of recording.
What do you think, Kim?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Yeah, but he also sounded drunk.
Still. One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his? A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
The South Safre conflict is an ongoing proxy war between Grad and Safre. It has been hot for 12 years, with the atrocities piling on, mostly committed by the Grad.
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict your testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night.
All right, I do want to go out to the car and call about the running the information on the armor.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How many? Still no word. I'm
What?
afraid,
Still
sir.
no word?
I know it must be frustrating.
Ah,
57th, over.
fine.
In the cabin, you...
Supposed to take a day. All right. Anyway. All right, well, let's see what Clausia has to say about this new evidence. Oh, I want to check there's a perception check, actually, I want to look at. Is it time?
Behind the dock workers.
It's time. Been here for a long time.
Hawthorn branches scrape glass, like
Ugh.
nothing, as always.
Damn it.
Mine.
Do I have oh, I could level up perception.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches, light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket, hanging from it, a bronze key. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Huh?
Can you just hand the key to me?
And I need the fatty to get his feet amputated because the smell is killing me. We can't always get what we want.
God damn it, Dennis. You know I can't help it.
Sorry, fucko. These guys won't help you. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table. To you, the key is brass. Workshop spare is etched to its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
It could open the door in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
Let's go find out. The answer's yes.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. The darkness before you smells like engine grease and cut wood.
Yes. Pinball machines. Money.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
Yo, how about we fire one of these up?
You can't fire them up. They are broken.
Aww.
Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now. It's strange that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a Zeolite. His people are incredibly dexterous, and they all
Snake
love
Eyes is the only way I could have failed that check.
Matter of fact.
Us? Guys?
Stop.
Okay. I don't like pinball because I had to learn to play it for an undercover job at a pinball ring. And it's a lame, boring, and
Wow,
game.
Kim!
There. We can move on now.
Super. Tip top. This.
Alright. Well, sorry, Kim.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for two people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Better write it. Seeing a clip of this game where someone got a botch like that while talking to a woman and failed a perception, all you can notice is that she... Oh, no! Oh, no. I mean, yeah. Pinball maker's coat. Oh, that might be a. I feel like I might tempted to put that on now. What are my current? Oh, I currently have the piss jacket on. Pinball maker's coat seems like a winner though. Yeah, that's good. I'm now Q from Third Strike. We always knew this was gonna happen.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the Hardys bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
Maybe it really is part of the doomed commercial area.
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe?
Alright. Oh, footsteps.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone has been here.
3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
Footprints.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It
Yeah.
converged with
Hell
our
yeah.
main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
What does it mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classia's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
Between that and that. The size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Tiny hole in the wall.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural.
All right, well, I guess the only thing left to do is go through this door.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Well, what's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded end dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Clasia about this route. See how she reacts.
Folded end dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly and reads science fiction.
All right. Productive. Relevant. Superstar investigator Rude Diego. Killing it.
Hello, officer.
Nice
What brings you up?
room.
Yeah.
Nice
What brings you up?
room.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
Did you know there's at least a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun. Huh. This isn't good.
Yeah.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes.
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay. Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
We don't know.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it were recent, who would have made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know.
She does. She must have some idea.
I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
You must have some idea.
Honestly, I have no clue.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure of herself.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of drugs down there. Oh, the window's new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
What?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Ravishall. Came to see the new world. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. She isn't overtly hiding it either.
Funky town. Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Thank you for admiring my collection of drugs. Thank you.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
It was impressive.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments. Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically. Very funky. Okay.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window.
Ooh.
Tall and sparkling.
All right, we got some more stuff to work with, though.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Yes. Exact words.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Cohoy style? He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Cohoy, he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Cohoy. It wasn't his everything.
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
She's quite observant about the human character. Trained to observe, even.
Running joke. I was gonna say
Running joke.
And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Khohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower. Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Khohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? In Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to...
Oh no, centrist stew!
He seemed happy.
You never want a stew to have both sides.
As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
That's rough.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
What did the tattoo mean?
Oh, that. Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Is this Orani's lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless is the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them. Oh yeah. No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands, and on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
I don't know if there's anything else I want to cover here.
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no, we even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to like
I was right. 42.
Looks like you were right.
Yep.
Points are good. Have one, you all. Before we all die.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
This is clearly sports for him. Something like archery or darts.
That's still pinball for me. I just like to get autopsies right on the first try. Where were we?
He's lying.
Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes. What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in?
That's what he told me.
What does that mean? That's not funny, officer.
Her voice is like a slash. Her shoulders tense up.
Yes. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies. It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine.
Oh no.
And oily. Not
I too have stroked his hair.
I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
All right, I'm doing it.
Oily, isn't it?
All right.
We have that in common now.
Okay. I half expected her to put out a gun and just shoot me.
She understands what autopsies entail.
All right.
Get her off.
There we go. Everyone has composure.
No. Okay, sure. Here you go.
There you go.
What else are we
I got a
missing,
point.
officer?
Yes. Was it communism that killed him?
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker than that. They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what she meant by that. And can you blame her?
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself.
How's this one looking? Still no improvement there.
Yeah. All right. Not my favorite topic, but okay. Pretty much.
Warming them.
I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
I don't.
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
I'm sorry, miss, but we need a definite statement.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officers. How about we, change the subject to something more light?
Roll the dice.
She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Miss Aranye Disco Dancer. You want to put your hand on her back and feel
Oh, okay.
The strange moment ends. It was
All right, let's go talk to Titus again.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42.
Yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of morality. He was 42 years
Mortality.
old. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am? Or miss?
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
I don't know. 40? I was like 9 when OO peaked. That was what, 19 years ago? I liked them when I was 9. You couldn't have liked it when you were 40. Let's say you were 20-something. 25. A good disco age.
Good disco age.
25 plus 19 is 44.
Wow.
44, you think so?
Look, at the end of the day, age is just a number, you know?
Yes, miss, but for him that number is 56.
What?
Wait. This requires scientific...
I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Date of birth generator? Okay, well, I suppose that's a thing. I guess I'm getting the soundtrack because I have the boombox out. Is that what it's... Okay, wait. Now I'm... Yes, okay. That's what it was. Hey, dog. You live in a doomed area.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those. Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building. Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else? What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying?
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger his
God, I love
business
getting
like
this guy
that.
flustered.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it.
Do you know what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the Frit warehouse, probably.
Wondering about it is, of course, exactly what he's been doing for 10 years.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Just dust and echoes.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so...
Yo, what if I told you I got in there?
Oh, okay, well... I do hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really, really annoying. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you going to ask?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order?
Ooh. Do you want to play?
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business related, about how much money he could make of one.
Feel a capitalist plot coming up here. Or no, turn it into a pinball arcade.
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good
I must tell you, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial
Uh-huh.
area and its address. He's thought about this.
Everyone knows of it. I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling. Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tile work? These high ceilings? The nice rooms? Well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
Wait, who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved. Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way, even if it is part of the damn doom.
Aha!
area.
So you admit it.
Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get accommodation, maybe even a promotion.
Oh, too bad it's all doomed then.
Whatever. Was there anything else? Because I... Yes.
All right. Cool. Hooray! What was my... I need to talk to the Hardy Boys? Oh, talk to Titus. Yeah, okay.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? And that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her. You caught him off balance. Push, and he will give way.
Yeah, she pretty much laughed it off, buddy.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Yeah, she seemed a little turned on by it. She would like to be a door gunner herself if she could.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klausir a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Mm-hmm.
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss.
I mean,
you should get something hard.
Beer at 10:30 is a mood.
Yeah, guys, we should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
All right, so I got all these points. Well, let's do it.
Convince
There we go.
Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Glacier. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
Huh?
He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Yeah, we liked it.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis. She...
They kill you because they think it's funny.
So I feel like the thing I'm going for is like the pride of Martinez.
It wasn't that. It wasn't.
Oh,
We didn't shoot him.
we didn't shoot him.
That's it.
Yep.
That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm. A Glass 08
Oh.
or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat,
What?
Angus?
Liz!
Now it's all pointless. Because of you.
Ah.
You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Yeah, whatever. See you later, lawyer.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural.
Oh, is that about
There's another
Sylvie?
girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't. Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus. We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead.
Yep, bullet hole through the window.
Bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window.
Who's Tibbs?
We hanged. Yeah. He's my
Oh,
brother.
your brother. Okay.
He's in the window replacement business. You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. They can't show up on police radar.
Oh, there are people after her. Okay.
From the old world, where she came from. They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
I like this idea of having the Hardy Boys sort of like say things aloud that the player is probably thinking. It's very funny. Thank you, Eugene.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do if I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calmed now, threw all that turmoil away, and became himself again. These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb as he looks.
Me too.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it. For political reasons. It sent a good message.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her.
I don't know if it's Cindy. I mean, that'd be hilarious if it was Cindy. It's okay for there to be a Hardy girl.
We're Hardy Boys. And that's it. Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to. You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But, that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a...
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be... I'm going to have to ask her about, you know, probably in the throes of passion, your boy got a bullet through his skull. You know, like this is going to be not great. But, you know, I guess doing the cop thing, I suppose. Oh, figure out who the other one is. Yeah. We just gotta. Yeah. No, I definitely want to know too. I thought it would be Sylvie, the woman who was the bartender. We'll figure it out.
It's always good to see you. I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. All the shit I'd gotten into. You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon. Grey and pale violet in the morning light. The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
Are you afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage.
Oh, industrial espionage.
I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's-Duin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou-Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou-Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Yeah, whatever. Serves them right.
This was not a joke. Real people lost their jobs. Not just in the C-suite either. Good people. What I did to get to accounting. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me. He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
Oh, the boots. Right.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette.
Oh. So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
I know, we're getting all sorts of information
It's
here.
okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual.
I feel like we gotta do that.
Done a
The like, remember all the angle diagrams from the first case in Ace Attorney 4, where it's like, oh, there must have been a secret passage behind the bookshelf.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time.
Ruby?
I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Yeah, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
So wait, where is Ruby?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
You didn't kill him.
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around, close to her hand, a military weapon using jacketed ammunition. Now you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Like
I'm not
what?
going to push her further on that.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Either way.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
So why call the cops then?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth, idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called
Yeah,
you.
it's all Kuno's fault.
I hope with
Kuno
all my
runs
heart
this
It's
town.
not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. Yes, you see the glass sparkling.
All right,
She
I think we're
nods
done.
silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone.
Yeah,
She's
doesn't.
been through
We can
enough.
leave her alone.
She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface.
Oh my
I'm
God.
beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her. Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to.
Drama.
She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you.
I don't know about that. Your real name isn't.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just...
Yeah, drama's fun. I don't know if I don't know if I need it though.
Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. It's Katarzyna Lazie.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasie is my father's name.
Whatever. I mean, I'll...
That's cool.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire.
All right, shut up, drama.
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
She stands before you. She
All
says,
right.
You are. This is not the end of this.
All right, we got. I want to recreate the scene. Really, I want to get that Ace Attorney on. Use my visual calculus.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your room. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. 72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belma-grave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside, in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez? According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched. 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance? Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
That is fair.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain.
All right. We gotta go talk to Titus though. It's probably easier just to go through the. I hate going through the damn rooms, and the upstairs as well. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I want to know, too. That's exactly where I'm going. I want to meet this Ruby. Going to imagine it's just like Steven Universe.
It's you again. What is it? Why?
Because she's your real leader, dog.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
How many times must I tell you?
Yeah, fuck off.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect.
Nah, she's not a suspect.
Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude.
Titus Hardy,
We're trying to get
assessor of
some
sound
R&R
theories.
Here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus.
Mm.
You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself.
Well, looks like we got a sound theory.
Nothing is
What?
happening. The pieces
Oh
are
my
there,
God.
but they remain unconnected. Sorry, you're not coming.
Oh my God.
There we go. Blissful idiot. Say something. You stood there for too long.
All right. I'm gonna. Some XCOM ass 92%. All right, wait. Let's make a quick save. That was, what was that on? That was for that was logic, right? Can I even spend points on? No, I can't spend points on logic. Oh, I mean, I got points to spend, so it's not.
It's you again. What is it?
Very high.
A sudden
Thank you.
flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No.
That's a lie.
All right, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he's suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
How? People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place.
Weird place.
Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase
well.
in this building. Or an elevator.
It's true. It is almost a cliche.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down, all under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it? Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that. And Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But...
That looks antique. A Bell McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
The boys are full of doubt. The boys are back in Doubt Town.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
So
it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those.
Maybe the boys are the root of the curse.
This goes
Very
against
possible.
your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
You just showed him a breech-loading gun.
A broken old broomstick is what you showed me. But point taken.
You pull off the mask and it's just eight boys.
Time to really
stuck
close
together.
the deal. Show them the bullet. The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love
She
guns.
knows I love guns.
yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Look who's finally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to gain from implicating her.
Nah, this kind of heat is not easy to come by. It took us some time to get gunned up to where we are now.
Now it's like It's Always Sunny in Revachol, which I'm sure is a joke that someone's already made somewhere.
Still, he's thinking about it now. And he knows gunning up has nothing to do with this.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious about some things myself.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Why did she organize the cover-up? Part leadership? Nah, that's not...
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration. He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy
The boys
Code, boy.
swimming in doubt, drowning even.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods, a very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she is. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why? She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. I told you. You.
Me? Personally?
Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Probably knew me from my singing days.
Yeah, that's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure. She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
I mean, that is true. I absolutely will not stop. Telling me to log off only makes my opinions worse.
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, We can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught heat. But she was too scared.
I'm a little concerned Ruby might actually be related to our backstory.
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al, and we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
Oh, to Harry's, to the player character.
She's not, Glenn. A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking?
Mm-hmm.
They're all here.
Lizzie needed some air. You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. If he has to know, he has to know fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game.
Yeah, I was thinking Ruby maybe is the ex.
Sure, there's some shithouses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man. It'll have to.
Shake his hand.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
All right. Well, let's get to the fishing village. Oh, that's right. I can check these places for bullet stuff. All right, let's take care of these things. Matt. Oh, so wait a second. No, I wanted to look at this. Check the island. I probably have to use the viewport to check the island, I guess. I wonder. Let's ask this lady first.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh? Who? Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning. Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Oh, yeah, this is a good, especially the earrings, like the hooks and everything.
Well, how can I assist you then?
It's pretty good.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. No, It's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it.
Aha, maybe she has. That's a good point.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand though. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
All right, washerwoman. We've got a bullet this time.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope, damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear, we welcome all kinds of people here. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right there. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt.
130 kilowatt?
It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
I cleaned it, like I always do. No.
The truth, sire.
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room. How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun. I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We're not persistent.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the
Oh,
winter?
what?
Seems like a better idea to me.
The felled electric mural.
Okay.
You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer.
Oh, the felt electric mural, huh? Okay.
What more do you want? Yes, like
Alright.
one thing. She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
All right, so we have a few things to do walking around here because we can. My Inland Empire just told me to go look at the electric mural, and I cannot resist such a plea. So I suppose we'll go do that.
You see, a once bright mural towering. A slogan used to intertwine.
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet.
All is quiet. Never mind.
There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb. Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your
Shut up, Logic.
repertoire? A trick for when you're
Don't
out
make fun of me,
ideas?
all right? Meanie.
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
Wait, I can just keep doing it?
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it, in through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement.
Yeah.
Sweeping away footprints in the dust on the
Who needs to do investigation when you can just get a shiver down your spine?
It's winding tunnels, a whisper away.
She's down there.
Okay. Why? Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
All right.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
All right, wait. Quick save.
The rusty
Let's go.
ladder lead. The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust.
Whatever, I got the sick-ass gloves.
In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
I'm a giant.
Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder, Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
What if, what if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
Won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Alright, teleport to the roof.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it. I teleported.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
Shut up.
No, not like a regular person. Like a phase spider.
Phase spider. We did it. Ugh.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Alright. Promising. It's a long way down. You know, whatever. I'll just teleport down if I need to. Thank you. That was a good bit. I appreciated that bit. I had fun with that bit. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a postcard. Right? Yeah, it's not, look. Climbing a ladder, that's scary. Teleporting to the roof, that's savoir-faire. This is spooky. This is definitely 3 spooky, 5 me. Oh, hey, Kim. Alright, I guess I should let him in.
2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude
Who's
door.
there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get this door open.
Okay, alright. Okay, Kim.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the 2 metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk.
Ugh.
It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain.
That's so pedestrian.
It was easy to miss before. Yes. It's cool to risk your life climbing rickety ladders. Anyway, let's investigate these passages.
You just jelly, Kim. All right. Ooh, what is this? Inter-Estellary suit jacket. Don't mind if I do. Aha! Revolutionary's hat. Oh, yes. I might have to wear that. I don't know. I kind of like my Q get up right now. I'm very set on it. It's a fly. How rude.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of. Outside the window, desolation. Snow falls softly onto the coastal sand, where it melts almost instantly. On rooftops, it lingers.
It's a great place to hide, certainly. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages. Indeed, no one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough.
The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glossed.
Wait, really? That? Oh, this was the boardwalk location. Weird. Okay.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
It's Comrade Mazov.
Yes, I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
The lieutenant does not seem to share your enthusiasm.
Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
Maybe I should move in here.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case. Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff. You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
Alright. Oh, that's cool. Victory for Flashlight once again. Oh, that's a tunnel collapse. Okay. Sure. The buzzing sound. It is getting louder. Oop.
You feel something, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the White Arms will do.
Is this a warning of a point of no return?
We have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace, and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Alright, I'm gonna make a hard save. We'll start this. If I end up deciding to want to do other things, we'll have the hard save to return to.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
Oh no, I'm dead.
You feel something in
Oh.
your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm.
Wait a second. Was I really supposed to not cover my ears, or I just need help? Maybe I need an alternative direction. I'm kind of curious now. Wait a second. Do I need to go buy Nosafed? Yeah, or I need some way to... Yeah, just like some thing that blocks sound. I don't have a thing that blocks sound, do I? It seems like it'd be a very easy solution at it, but I don't think I have like headphones or something. No. Horrific necktie. I feel like this should block the sound, right? No.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. It's like 1,000...
I know you're feeling pretty... Can't say it's a pleasure, officer.
As she says
All right,
the
don't
word,
cover them. Nope, it kills me anyway. Maybe I'm supposed to die?
You feel something
Well, let's see what
in your
happens.
chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Very, very bad. All you feel is pain and weakness.
Nope, okay. Huh, all right. I guess I'm not going in that direction. Well, let's go somewhere else then. I guess maybe if you have like enough health or something, you can get through there, but... Well, we know Ruby is there. Maybe I get... Oh, you know what? I think there might be a way to get headphones. Oh, I could probably get... I think I can get headphones from the pawn shop, actually. I'm gonna go do that. Alright, I am here. So, I know I'll finally be able to buy some useful items. I mean, I've bought useful. The boombox has been useful, of course, and some other things, but... this is the church, right? Yeah, okay. Fast travel from here. No? I'm right here at the church. Fine. I'll walk it then. How about from the fishing village? I wonder if it's because I've been in that building now that fast travel is just disabled. Oh, the church. I think I might have done some of that off stream. The church was like a sub quest where I helped some guys set up a nightclub inside the church. There was also a woman who was part of the computer programming organization, and she needed help with some like solving some like sound anomaly. It was cute. But yeah, I've been doing some of this off stream. Just this kind of game, like, especially where I feel like I need to get some of the verbs under my fingers. You know, I use a little bit of that time to just do side quests. The Spider-Man was a very spiritual man who just climbs in the rafters. He was pretty chill. I think I'm near the end of the game, Sion. So I mean, I'm not. I've looked up some things, but I'm not too precise. This is my first playthrough, of course, so I'm not, you know. Oh, that's right. I wanted to see if I could find, because there was a character who said that she sold headphones here, or someone. I know someone did.
Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Maybe not. Maybe I misunderstood that.
I doubt it.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already.
That's the light. Nothing there.
You see rows of toys.
And that's that's all the figurines. All right, maybe I'll just go back to the church then. Ask about headphones. I do not actually know if headphones are a solution to this. I could also investigate the other points from which the shooting occurred. Right, because I got, there's that. Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. There's Check Island, check Land's End. Maybe Egghead can give them to me. One of these clowns probably can give me something useful. How are you finding the game? Presume you're enjoying it if you've gotten this far. Yeah, it's an impressive game in terms of the writing, the aesthetic of it. It's just very striking. Like, I'm not even usually a fan of isometric RPGs. That's like, honestly, I have a track record of disliking isometric RPGs. Like, I bounced off of Planescape Torment. I bounced off of Divinity Original Sin 2. Obviously, this game is not combat oriented, so there's not quite as much number crunching. It's not exactly like difficult to play, but I've been enjoying it a lot. It's neat.
Good morning, comrade. Yeah, harder car.
How many hours? I mean, I guess I could probably answer that by looking at my my saves, right? Does the saving have a? No, it doesn't. Or does it? I want to say I'm probably like 15 hours in. Oh yeah, I have a system where anybody can vote for the for future casual plays. Like, I do speedruns too, but I alternate with casual plays, and anybody can vote. All I gotta do is put in one of the chat commands. I can bring up the current visualization. So the poll always closes at the end of a game. So you can see that this poll, and I don't know if I'm gonna be finishing this tonight, but all right.
No. That would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking.
Yeah, it was awesome and scary. Very hardcore.
Very hardcore, Egghead.
Hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it at all. It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme. Oh! I don't know. Maybe someone can do something with this. I imagine this is the sounds that the future could make. Yeah!
All right, goodbye, Egghead. Because I think it was a Cell who mentioned the headphones to me.
Welcome back. No.
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too, but she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
The device feels light. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see...
All right. Well, oh, does it? I feel like maybe he was the one.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You know what? That's it for now. I'm not dancing for you.
Yo, man. What's on your mind? They're hardcore.
Okay.
It's just a style, you know. Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced. It's short for paranoid. A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion. It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away. I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
No, politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens.
Ooh, Dead Souls votes. Oh man. I'm gonna laugh forever.
Probably in Grad.
And like, the problem is if I stay online any longer, like I'll get like a free braid and like 1,000 Dead Souls votes or something. It's dangerous being online right now.
His eyes flicker.
Dead body, spirit entered. What is there to talk of?
All right. I don't think you said anything about the headphones. Does she have anything to say about it? This is the programmer.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, form a theory. Pale unknown.
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
All right. Well, headphone theory didn't work out. I think what I'm going to do right now is check out some of the possible bullet locations and then probably wrap. I am certainly not going to try and push for a finale tonight. That's not happening. Finale will probably have to be Saturday. But let's head up to Land's End. Actually, where is... Yeah, that's all the way north, right? I'm still, I've spent 15 hours here and I'm still not quite like fully confident about the map, but I'm getting there slowly. Oh, there's this bunker again.
An old door worn by elements guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
All right. Never mind then. What have I been specking into? I see. This is one of the reasons I'm bad at ICRPGs, because I just kind of do whatever. Honestly, I've I feel like I've mostly just been hoarding points and then spending them whenever I want to retry checks. I initially picked the Thinker archetype at the beginning of the game, but as you can see, I mostly went ham on Sabo Fair because I felt that was hilarious, perception and interfacing, and that was kind of where I mostly ended up. Lots of logic too. Thoughts. Lots of thoughts have been thought. That was kind of my goal.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
What about the campfire?
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it? It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere.
Common brand for old men.
Common brand for old men.
Tumutiri was a Revacholian colony on Ilmaran. The Suzerainties population was mostly Ilmaran Areopagites, up to 97%. The region was known for its tobacco export, hence the name.
I want to know a lot more.
Oh, you do? The butts you saw had a silhouette of a boy wearing a coffee hat, a tobacco pickup. This boy is the Tumutiri brand logo. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Yuan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, a legendary cigarette from Grad. Tumutiri is favored by older men who like its old-fashioned paper filter tips, insane amount of tar, and the sweet smells of colonialism and halva.
I love it when the game indulges. It's always very funny.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
All right, well, I guess we rolled out Land's End. Check the... So I guess I have to use the visual detector to make that conclusion. Perhaps we will discover a way to the island, but as of right now... Did I complete the... I did complete the karaoke quest. I found the little church, the sad church tape, and I did the karaoke quest. It was pretty good. That was definitely a quest worth doing it. Did I succeed or fail the skill check? I don't remember. I feel like I succeeded, but I only say that because everyone seemed very impressed with my singing, from what I recall. Kim. Ooh, a primer for small kids. Stolen. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, this game, you know, it's got a very, very chill vibe. I think, and the pieces work together very well. Really, just the art. I mean, the music is good. But like for me, definitely the takeaway is just how striking this visual style is. All right, so the thing I was looking for was the one of the viewfinders further up the coast. I think it was this one. Is this the one that works?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. It has given up all its secrets. There seems to be a sunken sea
Oh, really?
on the islet in the...
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and that statue at the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Evrard's Claire's doing. He muscled them out.
Yo, I love organized crime.
That's odd. I could swear you were a police officer.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. The curtains on the display open.
All right, so this is the same.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into a...
I guess this is not going to be enough to learn about the island.
Structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. It looks
Oh,
as if it
could the
was
shot have
abandoned
come from there?
quite
There we
some
go.
time
Okay.
ago. Nothing.
Can you tell? From this distance? I don't think it's possible.
It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in the way and waves cut into the islet.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
All right. Well, that does not help me. How am I supposed to check the island for bullet traces? And I think the answer is we're going to have to find out next time. Because it is past my normal